Friends, I'm back again. I'm Dr. Anupam Madlaka, and I promised that I'll be making a video on Shani Maharaj or the Saturn. Because in my series of transits, my last video was about the transit of Saturn and Jupiter in Capricorn. So this recent transit has been in November. Anyway, those of you who have missed my earlier post, you must go to my page, that is Astrology by Anupam Madlaka. There's a page on the Facebook, my page. It has my WhatsApp number 7982662721, and I repeat 79826627. So you can go to that page, and in that page, as my recommendations of my friend, I had made a video upon Jupiter or Guru Maharaj, so you can see that page. And thereafter, I gave the predictions for the world Earth as a whole, the planet Earth. And then on popular demand, I made a specific video about India and then Pakistan and China. So it's a series of about 3 or 4 videos which were made in around on the same day itself, or the next day. Within 2 days, all the videos were made and were uploaded on my page, Astrology by Anupam Madlaka. Now, in this second series of mine, as I told you earlier, and that the Jupiter and Saturn, they have transitioned into Capricorn. So, on the request of my friends, I'm making this video again. But let me remind you that this video is going to be in 2 parts, because I'm going to talk about Saturn or the Shani Maharaj, and that is my one of my favorite, you can say, topics. So this video is going to be in 2 parts. As I said, this is part 1. So I don't make too much long videos because I don't want you people to be disinterested, because time is precious for every one of us. Saturn has transitioned with Jupiter into Capricorn. Now, let me tell you that there are 2 signs which are owned by Saturn. One is Capricorn, another is Aquarius. The Capricorn is its Mool Trikona sign, and it represents the horizontal hierarchies. While Aquarius, the second sign which is ruled by Saturn, it represents the vertical hierarchies. Now, I'll take this opportunity to tell you what Saturn is, what Saanatan Dharma or my righteousness path which I follow is all about, how I see life, what are my Sanatani values. I mean, most of the people, they really confuse a word Sanatan with Hindus. Let me correct you that Hindus was a mispronunciation by people living from the Indus Valley civilization by Brits. So they called us as Hindus. Now, this is a very encompassing term that allows us to follow the Sanatan Dharma. So we are basically Sanatanis. Now, as Sanatanis, following the path of righteousness, it is our belief and it is our school of thought and way to live that, this soul goes through the journey. And this journey of soul is called as life. So we all Sanatanis, we believe in reincarnation. That, the soul comes here again and again in this cycle of life and death. And the main purpose of our coming to life as a soul is reflected in 4 features. We can classify them as, Kam, Arth, Moksha and Dharma. Kam, Moksha, Arth and Dharma, I repeat. So this classification is as per as the journey of the soul, what we do on this earth. Dharma means righteousness. So you can say around 1/4 of the people, they are born with the sole purpose of following the Dharma and righteousness. The second variety of people are the people who are here to do their karma, which says artha. Artha means that they'll be involved into and they'll be ingrained into materialistic possessions. So they are here to earn money. So those people will be one whose prime focus, whose major focus will be towards earning money, spending money, distribution of money. And then there are third kind of people who are here for karma. Karma does not mean that they are there for a sexual energy. No, they are people who are here for beauty, who are here for ornamentation, who are there for aesthetics and display. So, musicians, singers, painters, sculptors, models, etc., etc., who beautify, who ornamentalize, and who sensually, all the objects which give us sensual pleasures, they basically involve their life into that. And they are the people who can be called as people who live a life of karma. And the fourth kind of people who are in this soul journey, they are called as moksha. Moksha is a Vedic term for liberation. That means in this journey of souls, which goes through various reincarnations and cycles of life and death, these kind of people would like to get off early. And believing that they can expend their karmas fast, they can get on to the final liberation, which is called moksha, and communion with the higher self, because we call ourselves as Sanatmis as Atman, as the soul, and Param Atma means the higher soul. So these people, they tend to stay away from materialistic possessions of kama and artha. That means stay away from materialistic things, sensual pleasures, and they follow the path of renunciation, which eventually leads them to moksha. So these kind of people are one who a kind of people who want solitary confinement, because all other things, they want social participation. Man is a social being. I mean, you 2 + 2 tango, but here, one. Self-realization, that what you are, and the realization of your higher self and higher goals. So this was basic classification. Now, which planet makes you realize what you are? What planet gives you all this wisdom, discretion, and practicality in life to follow your path, So you can say this role has been given to Saturn. I'll just take another 10 minutes to make you understand. Now, classical books and texts, they say that Saturn, or the Shani Maharaj, as it is called in common parlance, is the planet, or is the energy of limitation and delay, territories, boundaries. So in a way, you can say that Saturn is a planet of limitation. Okay, so it is the planet of limitation, responsibility. It binds us, it constricts us, it does not allow us to have a willful expansion. Now, Professor Saturn which is also called as Shanicharya. First, I recite a small prayer in his name, Om Sham Shanicharaya Nama, because I am personally bowing before I make this video, because I can do number of things, I can say number of things. I am also a learner, so I am apologizing beforehand. Now, Saturn, which is in many other languages called as K1, not K1, K-E-V-N. It is also known by the name of Sauron. Chronos is a very Latin and a Greek name for it, Chronos. It is also known by the name of Shamash. So, you have people who say that I am a shaman. So, it derives its root word from Samash. It is also called as Khima, and it is also called as Eli. Now, the word Saturn basically means the old sun or the best sun. Traditionally, all forms of astrology and all forms of mythology, they say that Saturn or Shani is the seventh son of Surya, or the sun, which is the soul. So now, in our ancient texts, it is the significator. It is the karka. Karka is a local name that means significator. What does it signify? It signifies durosh karka. That means it is the significator of durability. It is the significator of endurance. Then it is the significator of Jarana Karka, Ayu Karka, Ayush, age. So, you can take, it is also the significator of people who are aged, people who are elderly, people who have grey hair, people who are wise. And it is the Niyamakarka. So, it is Durosh, Jarana, and Niyamakarka. Niyamakarka means law, limitation, and penance. So, it is three karkas. Three roles have been given to this planetary energy of Saturn. Durosh karka, that means the planet of delay and limitation. Jarana karka, that means the planet that causes you, gives you age, makes you elder, defines what your soul purpose is. And Niyam karka. Niyam karka, I say in terms of the government, we are all bound by laws. We are all bound by limitations. And if we don't follow that law, we are governed by penance. So, this was something about Shani Maharaj, whose basic nature is that, there is something which is white, there is something which is black. And, between all that is the people who are stray, gay, religious, atheists, pirates, everything. So Shani or the Saturn is a planet which separates you into two, the white and the black. Now, let me take this opportunity to tell you that it is also called in local names as the slow one, or that moves very slow, because Saturn in astrology is a planet that is the slowest moving. It's a big planet and it takes around 2.5 years to transcend one zodiac. While Moon, on the contrary, takes around 1/4 of a day. So what Moon can go around in 1/4 of a day, 1/4 of a day, in a matter of around 48 to 50, 52, 56 hours. Saturn takes around 2.5 years, so it takes around 30 months. So, this is a planet of order, orderliness, rules, straight paths, corrections, time, gravity, and the consequences. And also it tells you the dependence of your path, so it forms structure, skeleton, density, materiality, age, weight, geometry. So all these line identifications, all the structures, these are all formed by Saturns. So, Saturn, you can, in another word, if you see from another context, it is the planet which fears the forward movement. That is, what if I am doing things too early? I am liable to mistakes. So it is the fear of disruption, that if I don't do things in an orderly manner, or if I do things in a haphazard manner, things are likely to be disruptive. Simultaneously, you can also call it as a planet which brings fear of change. That if I am going to transform from X to Y, I am not going to be X again. So, you can also say that, this planet can be associated with what are various fears in mind, but positive fears. I'll again perform a small mantra. Nilanjanam samashmam ravi putram yam ragnam chaya martanda sambhutam tam namami shanai shanishcharam. So this is my local prayer that says that, the blue colored, because it looks like blue, the son of sun, soul, the boy of sun, which is called Ravi Putram, the elder brother of Yama, death, Chaya, the mother's name, so I am going to ask for blessings from this planetary energy, that, he should bless me, he should bless the entire universe, and we should try to understand what is basically it's asking all about. Now, in Arabic or in Syrian, it is also called as Kaiwan, you know, and in Zoroastrian, it is called as Kivan. In Babylonian astrology, it is a very strong planet which is known by the name of Khema, Kheima. And the word Shama transcends, the word Shama in Sanskrit also comes from this Khema. So, description is it is the child of Ravi or sun. It is the elder brother of Yama. Yam is the lord of death. And Chaya Martandana, that is, it has been born from the shadow of sun. So please understand that they are two contradictory energies. Sun and Chaya. When the shadow comes means the shadow of the sun. So it is the child of a sun, but it has been born with a shadow. The word Saturn, the root word comes from the Satu, means seven. Like seven is, we have seven colors. If you see from Vibgyor's, we have seven surs or seven harmonics. We take seven feras or wedding nuptial weddings when we have seven. So this seven, wherever we are using this number seven as per numerology, seven basically endures, it's re-strengthened, buttresses, reinforces. So from this concept of seven, although the number 8 is ascribed to it, the seventh house, the house of marriages or the Kalatra Bhava. So, this Saturn has a very important role. Although numerologically I am saying Saturn represents number 8, two zeros, one above, another below. So please, my friends of numerology, don't confuse me that I am preaching wrong. Now, there's a very good saying, when everything is coming your way, you are probably in the wrong lane. Now, in context to this theophilosophy, this line which I said explains that if we are having too much of hindrances, too much of obstructions, you have to understand that God is giving you a higher signal via this planetary energies that you have to change your path. You cannot continue like this. So this is what Saturn is all about. I'll just take a minute and I'll tell you that Saturn, as per lexicon, as per Sanskrit, is known by a lot of other names. So let me just recite the names. It is also called as, Kala Raja, or the ruler of the time. It is also called as Kona. It is also called as Manda, slow moving. It is also called as Mandanga. It is also called as Arkja. Ark is called as Surya Arkja, the son of Surya, or Arkoputra. It is also called as, Brahmanaya. It is known by various names. There are around more than 108 names. The purpose of this is to, if there are people who are very religious and you really want to chant mantras, these names, literal names, they really help you in connecting to Shani Maharaj or Shivji, So this was the mythological description about what Saturn is in various cultures. Now, as humans, we are multidimensional and we can, vibrationally and volitionally, we can change into various kinds of perpetual levels. Now, Saturn represents a portion of human experience. Oscar Wilde said, experience is the hardest kind of teacher. It gives you the test first and then the lesson. Now, these words of wisdom from Oscar Wilde describe the basic nature of Saturn or the Chronos. That experience is the hardest kind of teacher. It gives you test first and then it tells you the lesson. So Saturn closely observes you. In my common language I will say कि आदमी बादाम खा के नहीं सीखता, आदमी मार खा के सीखता, और शनि महाराज सैटर्न वो आपको सिखाते हैं. So he is a professor, he is a teacher, he is a planetary energy who is here to give you certain kind of higher learning. And now what you learn and make of it is your own wisdom. Now, in our charts, in our birth charts, or in our life experience, wherever the Saturn sits or wherever it resides in the nativity, it gives instruction upon the lower vibration. That means it tends to higher up, it tends to enlighten you at the vibrational level. At the same time, it maintains your earthly life. So Saturn is the planet, a very good planet of balance. It makes you earthy without any kind of ego, but at the same time, it makes you realize your higher vibration and higher purpose of life. So, it will teach you certain kind of resistance, endurance, rigidity, and it will also give you some fear. But if you positively take this fear, you can predict a lot of upcoming events. So this is one of the grand wishes which Saturn gives you if you really follow the Saturn Dharma. So, Saturn has come into Capricorn, and Capricorn is the 10th zodiac sign. So if I directly start telling you what Saturn means in Capricorn, it is going to be a lot of confusion. It will become like khichdi or a mix of everything. So this was my small video about Saturn. In the next video, I'm going to tell you how Saturn would like to behave for various zodiac signs, that is Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, one by one, and then I'll transcend to what Saturn in Capricorn means. So thank you once again. You can see my Facebook page, Astrology by Anupam Madlakha. WhatsApp 7982662721. Thank you.